Holy crap! Is Michael Saylor buying fake Bitcoin? Get ready, my friends, because we have a big one today. Friend of the program, Mitchell Hoddle, just asked Saylor if MicroStrategy has any plans to publish proof of reserves. And his answer might just blow your off. Welcome back, I'm Rustin, and we're in Vegas for Bitcoin 2025, and it may be time to just ask ourselves, if we are staring at one of the biggest financial scandals in history. Are we looking at an infinite money glitch, or are we looking at an infinite paper Bitcoin disaster waiting to happen? Well, let's find out. Send it!
Hey, it's Mr. Saylor, huge fan of everything you've done. Does Strategy have any plans to publish their on-chain proof of reserves?
Yeah, proof of reserve. It's an interesting thing. Let me make the following point. A lot of people learn stuff from FTX and Mt. Gox, but I'm not sure they learned the things that the institutional community needs to learn going forward. The current conventional way to publish proof of reserves is an insecure proof of reserves. It actually dilutes the security of the issuer, the custodians, the exchanges, and the investors. It's not a good idea. It's a bad idea. It's like publishing the address and the bank accounts of all your kids and your phone numbers of all your kids, and then thinking somehow that makes your family better. It doesn't make your family better. So no institutional grade or enterprise security analyst would think it's a good idea to publish all of the wallet addresses such that you can be traced back and forth and every future transaction can be traced. I would say go to AI, put it in deep think mode, and then ask it, what are the security problems of publishing your wallet addresses and how might they undermine the security of the company over time? It'll write you a book. It'll be 50 pages of security problems. So the problem with proof of reserves, the way that people do it right now, is it's first of all, it's a proof of assets that is insecure, and it is not a proof of liabilities. And so if you really want crypto security,
that's right. I told you it was a doozy. So here we are. I am here with Adam O'Brien, CEO and founder of the Bitcoin Well. Adam, what is going on with Giga Chad? What were your thoughts when you heard that this morning?
Dude, it felt a little bit like a LARP. It felt a little bit like our hero. Slay your heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Slay your heroes. I think that what Saylor is saying, he's so used to talking to companies, and he's now entering the space of individuals. He's entering the sovereignty space, entering the individual rights and freedom space, and he's not talking to us as if we deserve individual rights and freedoms. I think it's dangerous, personally, that narrative. That, especially, first of all, it's wrong. Obviously, proof of reserves, publishing addresses does not compromise any security. So I think that we need to counteract this FUD. I would call this FUD at best. And I think that it's disappointing to see. Obviously, everyone looks at Saylor as a leader in the space, and disappointing to see that way.
100%. Just like you were saying, I had Bitcoin Archive, and he was kind of like trying to pump the brakes on this. And he thinks Saylor gave a reasonable response. And I'm like, I try to look at that and I say there is the one aspect, and that would be, it goes back to like the Coinbase and the social engineering attack and what happened there. So is he trying to lean on that? But is that an actual benefit to a public company not publishing your proof of reserves, or is it a way of LARPing to not be transparent or open or actually verify anything?
Yeah, I think it's probably an excuse that someone somewhere gave him, or that he gives his board, or that he is giving, obviously now, to the market. I think it's going to fool the uneducated. I do personally believe it is a LARP. I have been feeling foul from the Saylor style of strategy for a little while. I think this paper Bitcoin game is dangerous. You guys have heard me before. I'm obviously an advocate for real Bitcoin, not paper Bitcoin. And I do believe that this all in all, this is a net negative for Bitcoin. Even with the buying pressure, even with all the good Bitcoin publicity, I think that more FUD out there about self-custody is a net negative long term.
100%. And that's you're very passionate about this. Of course, the Bitcoin well is freaking self-custody by default. Now we got something spicy here, and of course it's Predator. And he says this clip, like a lot of people have been saying, is a giant red flag. And like you were saying, proof of reserves may compromise privacy or maybe open you up to maybe social. But at the same time, when you're a public company and you don't hold your own keys, it's all freaking crazy at the end of the day. And like, it doesn't compromise security of your coins. And when you're trying to reason through it, it seems like it's either like hiding something. It can't be ignorance, is it? Like,
dude, it feels like get the to protect grandma. Oh, but doesn't stop transmission. No, but it protects grandma. There's mental gymnastics going on here. I think that at the end of the day, publishing proof of reserves, all it does is prove that you have the Bitcoin. But Mr. Saylor, you've been telling us that you have the Bitcoin. So why don't you prove it to us? Why don't you prove that you actually have the Bitcoin? Obviously, there's no housing address. It's not saying, you know, you already say, I hold Bitcoin, it's at Coinbase. Like, we already know this. This is what you've been telling us. All we're missing is the verification. We now have to trust. I think the words that he has said before is Bitcoiners don't trust, they verify. And we cannot verify. So I'm calling foul. I would agree, Predator, Spiceman, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to see proof of reserves at minimum. Now, I will say, he goes on in that clip, talk about proof of liabilities, which I also agree with. That's one more hint to maybe just question your strategy. What is the play? Do you want to own a counterparty that owns a counterparty to Bitcoin, or just real Bitcoin on the blockchain, baby? Just own the real thing like you can. Bitcoin gives us institutional grade security.
Screaming it till we're blue in the face.
We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna lose oxygen, steal it all up from the room. It is so important. Just own the real thing.
You know, I was thinking about it, like, I'm pretty sure, Adam, that Satoshi's addresses are public. So, are those coins? I haven't seen them moving.
Is it easy to steal coins with public? We should go and steal those coins.
It's the biggest bounty the planet's ever seen. Go have at it, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a lot more to get to. The Saylor model, for better or worse, is going viral, and the Orange Man just made a big play. We're about to bring it home, but before we do, look at our likes!
3 or 4 times, maybe.
I'm gonna pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a pamp while we take a moment to recognize our sponsors powering this show. My friends, they'll tell you stable coins are innovation. They're not. They're a Trojan horse for digital surveillance. Real genius is stacking Bitcoin. Self-custody, full node freedom, and the Bitcoin way has got you covered on your journey to Bitcoin sovereignty. Get coached on how to secure your generational wealth one-on-one with privacy and cybersecurity gurus that believe in the ethos of Bitcoin. Now, anyone can learn how to Bitcoin. If you're looking to get started, you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with the Bitcoin Way using that link in the show notes. The Orange Pill app is the single largest repository of Bitcoin-only events in the world. Connect with over 16,000 other Bitcoiners in real life. Bitcoin is better with friends, and now you can zap them instantly all in one app. What are you waiting for? Download the Orange Pill app today and go to a meetup, and who knows? The connections you make could last a lifetime. And we're back! Here we go, Fox! Business is saying trillions are coming.
Trillions of dollars in assets under management, and registered reps all over the country, financial advisors, can now put people in Bitcoin. We knew it was going to make it go up. We knew the Trump administration was basically friendly to crypto. This was such an inevitable move. That's why it's gone higher now. That's probably why it's going to continue to go higher, because Bank of America, for example, the biggest bank, has not yet made that decision, and they are bound to.
And Vivek freaking Ramaswamy is here today. He's about to go ham. Strive raised $750 million to buy more Bitcoin. The Bitcoin treasury supply shock. I mean, it should be happening, but it's not really happening. We should be going parabolic. And here's the big one. Trump media is following the MicroStrategy playbook. They announced a $2.5 billion Bitcoin buy. And I'm trying to cut through the noise, Adam. There are billions of cuck bucks flowing into ETFs, Bitcoin treasuries. Now every month, and somehow there's always enough supply. Where is the supply coming from? No wallets disclosed, no proof of reserves, just vibes. That's not Bitcoin. That sounds like banker games wrapped in a BlackRock bow, sold through Coinbase like it's real, but we know it's not. But if there's no public wallet, Adam, is it even there? Or are we just watching IOUs get shuffled on a spreadsheet?
Dude, it's the shell game, man. They are moving it around. This is and will be known right now, this cycle that we're in, this is the fiatization of Bitcoin. And we need the real ones to rise up, to stand up, to continue this independence revolution, to continue the fact that you can buy real Bitcoin on the blockchain. You do not have to be exposed to the fiatization of Bitcoin. So, dude, I think this is, it's crazy to watch, and we're starting to see the effects. People are wondering, there's money coming in. Why are we not at moon prices? Where's my orange Lambo? What's went well, ladies and gentlemen? It is the fiat that makes the suppression happen.
Yes, 100%. That's the math is not mathing. If you ask me the supply, we should be at a humble 1.2 million freaking today.
A humble right? 1.2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think we may have some paper Bitcoin on our hands, but like the real thing is playing it out. Like if this is what is happening, what does this mean for the buyers of paper securities versus the buyers of Bitcoin? Worst case scenario, what happens?
Worst case scenario, I spent a lot of time thinking about this, talking about this. Worst case scenario is that Trump's SPR looks a lot like a 6102. Worst case scenario is that all of a sudden we're going to just trade at market value. Everyone's getting a 10% bump. Hooray, hooray. All you owners are rich. But the U.S. government is just going to go ahead and take those Bitcoin. And by the way, if you want to self-custody, you're going to be taxed. And so I think that it's a little bit Trojan horsey. It feels a little bit grim thinking about I do not own my Bitcoin. I love my Bitcoin in self-custody because I can get on a plane and go anywhere and have my wealth. That's amazing. I cannot go anywhere with my MSTR and have my wealth. I cannot go anywhere with my IOU, my Brian Armstrong IOU, and have my wealth. This is why, like Bitcoin Well is self-custody only. Every single SAT ever bought at Bitcoin Well has been delivered to the customer. You cannot say that. There's no other platform in the U.S. that can say that. And I don't think Michael Saylor can say that. And I am very, very deeply worried that people are not going to be getting the freedom that Bitcoin affords them.
Absolutely nailed it. Self-custody or GFY. Stop buying other people Bitcoin. Just buy your own Bitcoin. Damn.
Rustin.
Absolutely. Guys, Adam O'Brien, founder, CEO of the Bitcoin Well, just bringing the heat. Self-custody by default.
I actually prefer self-custody or GFY. That's a better tagline. We should adopt that.
It's a superior way to stack sats.
I prefer that tagline. I don't know why I didn't come up with that one.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and spread the sound money gospel. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, you.